let's start. So today we're going to be grateful for the morning. Okay, I need us to understand now. We have now passed day 13. So between day 1 and day 12, we are being grateful for what we have already. And then after day 13, from day 13 going forward, we now start being grateful for the things that we want, right? I've explained previously that when you think about it, the things that you want are already yours, which is why you want them in particular. It's just that they're sitting in your spiritual realm. So you need to take it and bring them to your physical realm. And how do you do that? You being obsessed about them and you complaining about how long you've been wanting something, how you are not going to get it. If you are going to push it further away because of you are attracting it from a low vibration, right? And we all do it. We all do it. Sometimes you want to complain. You're just like, damn. But we know by now that complaining is not going to help us with anything. So we now at a point where we are starting to attract our things from using gratitude. So day 12, we talk about you already being grateful for 10 things. You wrote a list of many things that you want in different areas. So you're supposed to go and take from those areas. You were supposed to just select 10 things and then be grateful for those 10 things. Okay. Now, we are moving on to the next day, which is day number 14. Number 14, it's about you being grateful for your day before it happens. This is something that I've done for many years. I think I'm just in the habit of doing it. I I don't wait to say thank you. More than like, I don't necessarily do the writing of the gratitude things every single day, but for the past years, every morning I say thank you. And then the last thing I always say is thank you for the great news I'm going to hear today. So you need to create your day by being grateful for it before it happens. And also, how I've also used it is parking. So I used to struggle with parking. Like, yo, I used to struggle with parking. I always find like the worst parking at the mall until when I leave the house, I realized that because I say, damn, I'm gonna park far, let me rather take an Uber because I'm not gonna find parking. When I realized, man, I'm actually not finding parking because I keep saying this, I started saying thank you for the parking that I'm gonna get. And it honestly, it changes things. It changes things, you know? So yeah, so we're going to start saying thank you for the day ahead before it happens. You don't say thank you after. The afterwards, we've done them, right? Because that's where they will help you be present. Those ones helped us be present with what we have so that we can be able to increase our vibrations. If we started with saying thank you for what we want before we've said thank you for what we have, it means that we would have connected with the spirit energy. So now that we've stable enough, we've now increased our energy to a point of the highest energy we can possibly get through gratitude. It is time for us now to just also start saying thank you for the things we want, because it's not like we have ignored the things that we have. Sometimes you want something so badly that you can't see that you're already blessed, right? So now we had to make sure that we can see what we have, we can be grateful, and when we want in the new things, we want it from a positive place, not from a place of I can sokol, but from a I know I have a lot and God is there to give me more. We are now operating from a space of more, not from a space of lack. A lot of times we like acting up like we don't have anything. Someone will have onion in the fridge and say, I cannot next, instead of saying I have an onion, you know? So we have passed a point of acknowledging what we have. Now we are saying, God, give us more. Cool. So we've already said 10 things that we're grateful for yesterday. So now today is about being grateful for the day. So this is the homework. What you're going to do is you're going to think about what you need to do tomorrow morning. So you need to do this tomorrow morning. Okay. At least today. At least you are here at this time. You have the homework. So the people that are going to see, they're going to see it tomorrow, which means they must do it the next day. Each to their own. So tomorrow you're going to wake up and then think about everything that you need to do in the morning. Think about everything you need to do in the morning, and for each thing, say thank you. You need to wake up. Okay, I need to drive in traffic. Thank you, God. Thank you for the traffic. I know it sounds counterproductive, but just if you say thank you for this traffic, thank you for my road to home, traffic will disappear to work. Traffic, it will be like something into find the shortcuts. So think about everything you need to do. Thank you that I need to wake up in Bath. I need to drive to the office through the traffic. Thank you for safe driving. Like, you don't necessarily have to say thank you for the bad thing, but always look for something good to be grateful for. So you can say thank you for safe driving to the office. Complain about traffic, it's gonna make your day miserable. Thank you for the work that you need to do. So everything that you need to do tomorrow. If you're running errands, I need to go to Checkers, I need to do this, I need to do this. You start saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all those things that you need to. Preferably if you can have 10 things you can be grateful for. You need to go to the gym. Then you say thank you, right? Can you guys not hear me? Apparently my network is shaky. Is it fine? Okay, cool. Maybe it's your side, babes. So you're gonna say thank you for all of them, no? And truly be grateful for them, because there is it is available. It is available. It's being a good day tomorrow. I want you to know that that's a possibility. It's available. So you need to be grateful for it. You need to be grateful for it before it happens. Right. So you're gonna say thank you for everything that's gonna happen that you're planning to do. We are now saying thank you for things before they happen. So you're gonna say thank you for your list of 10 things that you need to do tomorrow. And then when you're done with that, you at the end say thank you for the good news that I'm going to hear today, and dance. Land gratitude in your body by dancing. Land it by singing, by doing whatever. Make sure that it lands on your body. So you're going to say thank you for the great news that I'm going to hear today. That's what you're going to do for tomorrow's homework. Then when you're done with that, that's when then you're going to come back home and then say, write 10 things that you're grateful for. Yeah. And then have your, say, write 10 things that you're grateful for. And then you're going to take the magic rock at the end. I guess you would have said, thank you for the great news that I'm going to hear today. And then say, thank you. What happened? Go back to the rock and see everything that happened, think about everything that happened, and then the best thing that has happened, say thank you. The thank you for things before they happen, guys, I think it's a very good practice to have generally. If you want to manipulate, not manipulate, but if you want to change your day, just say thank you before it even happens. Don't, I think we are so used to saying thank you for yesterday. It's like when we wake up, right? We're so used to saying thank you for good night's sleep, but we forget to thank God for the coming up day, right? So when you start saying thank you for the day that is coming, you start changing things, because notice this: the minute you say I have a shitty day, your entire day becomes shitty. Your entire day, because of you have said you have a shitty day. Instead of using doing things in isolation, train your mind to do things in isolation. Don't combine things. The problem is that we like painting everything with one brush, right? We like aggregating, and in failure maths, but today what aggregate you were stuck in traffic, your puncher did what, your car punched, and then now it's, oh my god, this day is just a mess. If you say that, your entire day is going to be a mess, because of you have now said this day is a mess. So you need to learn to isolate it, to say traffic was a mess, my car ipancha is a mess, that's shitty. Learn to isolate things, and your brain will also not succumb to the situation. When you take something and you make it bigger than it is, the brain does that anyways. It takes everything and makes it bigger. It exaggerates. The point of the brain is to exaggerate, right? So when it does that, you must pull it back and say, my day is not bad. My day is not bad. This situation is bad. This, even if you guys tell them to say 5, and your brain wants to say Maradi 5, it is the day. No. Learn how to separate things, and it will help you with everything. If you say when it rains it pours, it is going to pour, because of you are aggregating things, because of this and this and this and this happened. Therefore, what you divide by multiply. And then you are in a mess. It looks like life is bad because of you are aggregating everything. Separate them. This is not good. This is not good. And if you separate them, you'll find something in there to be good, to be grateful for. If you separate them, you can find something. Okay, this and this happened. However, I still did manage to do this. If you look on the effort with my boss, but at least I still had a good night's sleep, or I still had hot shower. I still had electricity the whole day. We want to be grateful for big things and we forget to be grateful for small things. And it's the small things that make our life beautiful. It's the consistent small things that make life beautiful. So I want you to train your brain to not kopantsha dilo. Uska kopantsha dilo. Don't combine everything and say therefore it is equals to 1 plus 1. Don't do 1 plus 1 when it comes to life, right? Say this happened, I didn't like it, then that happened, I didn't like it, that happened. You don't need to have a therefore with everything in your life. Not everything has to lead to therefore the day is bad. So learn to never say I'm having a bad morning. Never say I'm having a bad day. Never, no matter what your emotions are telling you. Never, ever, ever. Even I also say it, but I will cause myself. Be like, ooh, sorry, Dave. No, I didn't mean it like that. I just had a bad meeting. Look at things for what they are. For what they are. Don't go exaggerating stuff. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So tomorrow, even after this challenge, it doesn't take you a second to say thank you for it, for the great news that I'm going to hear today. It will look like you are having good news every single day. Don't anticipate. Also, remember, I said, let's trigger gratitude. Don't anticipate that I'm going to hear those news. Therefore, I'm being grateful for the plan. Allah, just say thank you for the news and allow God to bring whatever good news there is. Because if you're looking for certain news, you are always going to be disappointed. You're never going to see the greatness that is in your life every single day. You are always going to feel like nothing is happening because of what you're looking for is not happening yet, but you're not seeing that other things are happening. So don't try to don't trick gratitude. Please don't trick it. Just say, thank you that this is thank you for the great news, and let whatever great news come. Whatever great news come, and stay with those great news. Thank you for the parking by the door at the mall. Thank you for the Roberts, the traffic lights working. Thank you for my parapelamal thing. Thank you for insurance, because yeah, I think Joburg and weather and whatever, it's crazy. Learn to be grateful for all those things. Learn to be grateful for all those things, but create your life. Do not let life happen to you. Create it. Create it by being grateful before things happen. Your things are already sitting in the spiritual life. You need to bring it to reality. You need to bring it to the physical, and you pull it with gratitude. This is why you can sit and be grateful for things that are not there yet. They are there, they're just not in the physical realm. The sooner we realize that we're existing in other spaces as well, the quicker we will start understanding what's going on in life. But we only, because of we are having a physical experience, we forget that there's also the subconscious realm and there's also the spiritual realm, because we're only existing in one realm. We're only seeing one realm, so we only focus on the realm that is the physical realm. Your stuff is sitting in the spiritual. Fetch them by being grateful. Okay, so let me take your questions. It's easier said than done. Most days are a struggle. I spend a decent amount of time preparing myself in the morning before work. Isn't it set up for failure to be thankful for good news because you are somewhat creating expectation for them? Look, everything it's perception. You are either a glass half full person, or you are a glass half empty person. So if you feel like being grateful is a setup for failure, it means that you're a glass half empty person. Everything is perspective, right? It's perception. It's all about which glasses are you wearing. As people, we wear different glasses, right? And you can choose to wear different glasses. You can choose that these glasses that I'm wearing are not helping me in any way. Instead, I'm actually stuck in the rut where things are happening, and you are not creating, and you forget that you are the creator of your own life. Things are not happening. You spend most days in struggle because of you have created the struggle. So the choice now becomes yours to say, am I going to continue creating the struggle, or am I going to do something different? The choice is literally yours. If you are thankful, it's not a chicken and an egg situation. The more thankful you are, the more you are given things to be thankful for. But the more you complain, the more you see things as, this is bad. Handsome saying, do not expect a certain good news. Just be thankful and allow God to bring whatever thing to bring to you. But you're only going to be disappointed if you're expecting something. You can't expect nothing. If you're just being thankful for anything, you can literally say, I'm thankful for the great news that I'm going to hear today. And the great news can literally be that you are home safe. Those, or your parents or your family is home safe. Those could be the great news that happened today. No, you didn't hear anybody dying in your family. Those could be great news. But if you go in thinking that you're going to trick God and say, I'm thankful for the great news, but you're expecting that, oh, the great news is going to be the job, and then the job doesn't come, you will feel like you've disappointed. You feel like you've set up yourself for failure because of you were tricking it. You were saying, I'm only going to be thankful for that thing, even though I don't want to call it by its name because I don't want to jinx it. You can't trick the universe. You can't. It can hear every vibration that goes through it. So if you send through a blanket gratitude, it's blank. It's blank. And then you allow for whatever to be filled in that blanket. You get to be grateful for everything. You get to be grateful for everything. If you can learn to live in surrender. Living in surrender means you don't have an expectation for anything. And you will really reduce your level of disappointments. Because you say, I accept whatever. I've said thank you. Whatever the gratitude is when I receive it, I accept it. All right. So, of course, it is easier said than done because I've done it for long, which is why it's easier for me to say it. But does it mean that I don't have those bad days where I'm like, ooh, kya? No, I'm a human being. I'm having a human experience. But because you've trained your mind to look at a certain way, it comes back. It comes back sooner, right? And the point of these exercises are not for you to lie and say you're going to have a perfect life, but is to reduce the amount of time that you are down. That's the point of healing. The point of all these tools that I teach is for you to reduce the amount of time you are down. If it used to take you days, like you're saying, I spend most of my days, which means I could say months. Let's say you spend 2 months struggling with something. Now you can spend 2 weeks, and then eventually it's 2 days. It's to reduce the amount of time that you spend on the other side, on the other spectrum, than on the spectrum. And it's not for you to always depend on someone to bring you back, but to have the tools to bring yourself back up. And gratitude is one of the greatest tools to bring you back. Right. So I'm just entertaining this so much because I know that you're new here, and I'm hoping that I'm giving you as much detail as possible. And if somebody else also is like struggling with this whole thing, I hope this also helps you to say, I know the one question that I always get when I'm doing the gratitude challenge is, how do I become grateful for something that I don't have? Like, I haven't seen it. The minute you understand that as a human being, you're not existing in one realm, you're not seeing it in the physical, but the reason why you are thinking about it, the reason why you want it, is because of it's already sitting in your spiritual. And we want different things as human beings because we have different spiritual realm. That's why. So you are going to be grateful for what is sitting there so that you can get it in the physical. It doesn't make sense in the beginning, but what you need to do is just to trust instead of, because the opposite hasn't helped, has it? Complaining that you don't have it hasn't helped, has it? So how's about you learn and try something different and see where that takes you? For people that have done this challenge before in April, we have had quite good results. It's just an invitation to try something different and see where life takes you. Abba, I've spoken for 30 minutes. I'm gonna crash out now. It's time for me to go to bed. He's back. Can you guys hear me? I got kicked out. Can you guys hear me? My network got kicked out, but I just needed to wrap up. I think I'm done. Okay, wrapping up. Tomorrow you say thank you for all the things that you are grateful for, the errands before they happen, and then you say thank you for the great news that I'm going to hear today, which is tomorrow. And then you say thank you for the day, so everything that has happened. Oh no, general things that you're thankful for, say 10, and then you say thank you for that one thing that has happened. Okay, that's it for today. My network is acting up before it kicks us out. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. If not, I'll post a video for day 14. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Bye.